Okay, so I am going now, and I am recording, and I want you to what?
Can we ask questions during this?
Yeah, you can ask questions during it. Listen to me. I just need like the shuffling of paper. Freaks. Stop. Only have the DBQ and the blue sheet out right now. That's all I want. I don't need there to be extraneous noise or anything through this. I want it to be completely so that I can just focus on the information at hand right here. And so look, it's not even. I'm doing it with you right now. I should not hear you or anything right now. I'm only going to go through this one time. And yes, if you have questions, you can ask me. Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Now you can hear me?
Good. Okay. Hear me now? I have a question.
What?
Okay. You know the categories that we use to group them?
Yes.
Do we just come up with them, or do we? Does it say?
Well, the question. Okay, that was a good question. The question itself has given you two of the groupings. How many groupings do we need? Okay, you need 3 groupings, right? So you know causes and consequences.
Flip camera. My daddy just got one of those, I think.
Holy crap.
You can do it like that.
You're so quick, Morgan. You're so fast.
No, I like Randall. It really does, though. I was right.
He looks like
Hey, can we look? Why is that not?
Oh my God, it looks like
No, he's buried. He's buried in my yard on Earl Street.
oh my gosh, my friend Tristan.
Hey, ready? Here we go. We're going, you have a blue sheet in front of you. We're going to analyze the docs. So the very first thing that we're doing is looking at the question. Look, I know there's no talking underneath me right now. Get it together and let's go. All right, ready? Here we go. The question says, using the documents, analyze African actions. Oh, that's not it.
Start recording.
I did not curse.
Apples.
Shiz apples. Shiz apples.
Fantastic.
All right, we're at 2,000. It's not the spread of Buddhism.
It's
not the spread of it.
It's indentured servitude.
It's the Indentured Servitude DBQ.
I really hope we don't get this one. I don't like this one.
Why would you get one that's already been done?
I don't know. Because they were like, wow, these groups don't like this. I'm going to give it 3.
All right, where the freak do I have this? Oh, here it is. Okay.
I don't want mine.
All right, here we go. Now we're starting. Ready?
Let's go.
I know. Let's go. Ready?
No.
All right, is that pretty clear?
Not really.
No.
It's getting
You can
worse.
close the blinds or turn off the light. Or both.
You can turn off the
That's
light.
good enough.
No. Disagree.
It's pretty gloomy outside.
Well, yeah.
It's really bad.
Now turn it on.
Yeah, oh, that was amazing.
All right.
Oh, I can so see it.
I was like daydreaming looking at Devin, and he was like getting straight face in. You hear her? I'm almost daydreaming about Devin. No, I was daydreaming looking at Devin.
Oh yeah, we close there. Look.
Wait,
Can
which
we
Devin?
please focus?
Sorry.
That's very
Devin
hard.
blushing too.
It's very blurry still.
It was easier to read before.
Using the documents, analyze the main.
Yeah, you know what? It's in front of you, so I don't want to hear it. How's that?
She found out that.
including the causes and consequences of the system of indentured servitude as that developed as part of a global economic change in the 19th and 20th centuries. What is the date that I'm looking at here?
1900s.
1800, 1900. Well, they came
Wait,
back in
why is, that makes no sense. Why did they just do the 18th century, the 1800s, and the 1900s?
Because you know what, it's just to screw up teenage youth studying history.
It is.
Just to let you know.
Is it really?
Alright, so
No.
we're looking at that historical back. Are you serious that you're gonna talk underneath that? Are you freaking serious?
It was Evan, you understand.
Well, right, I understand that, but Evan, if you can't handle that we're taping right now, then shut the freak up. Yes.
Oh, we can cut all this out, right?
Chris, you should show your second out of this video after.
Yeah, they're gonna go, they're now the favorite class? Are you serious? I'm convinced that it was Jared that was spoiling this class.
Oh yeah.
I'm completely
You're
convinced of
taping
that.
this, man. Where did we go?
I'll make sure
No,
that I
this,
put
I
that
think
right in.
I think it was me, just like Jared was my
Catalyst.
catalyst.
So Jared was making the class back.
It's Jared. It was Jared. Alright, so good.
Jared, we love you.
A little bit.
Rest in
Okay,
peace,
can we stop
Jared.
talking now?
Okay, Jared.
Can we stop talking now?
Love you, Jared.
I want to
Guys, shut up.
Oh, this is my problem right now. Completely my problem. So we look at this background information where it says indentured servitude employed in the 17th and 18th centuries to recruit labor from Western Europe, far from North America. Are you serious? Stop talking. Now I'm going to kick you out the next time I have to say it. Okay, indentured servitude employed in the 17th and 18th centuries to recruit labor from Western Europe for North America was revived in the 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly after the success of anti-slavery movements in the 1800s. Again, that's just to orient you, just to show you that, hey, indentured servitude was there and it was a big deal, but now, because of slavery, it went away and now it's back. And that's just to orient you. You don't put any of that into your documents. There's nothing there that you need. It's just an orientation thing. All right, Doc 1. Doc 1. Herman Melville, British Undersecretary of the Colonies.
Like British part?
He's a British,
British
same difference, English, British, same thing, right? We know that this right here is a government official. And I'm going to write like this, equals. And that is an elitist view. Now we know that if they're a government official, they're not part of the masses. They're not, this is a complete non-realistic view of indentured servitude. Let's see if that holds true. It says indentured servitudes are not voluntary immigrants, okay, but they're not slaves. Do we see that? They're not slaves seized by violence.
So he's basically trying to justify it, so he thinks it's okay.
Is he trying to justify
He's saying they were
indentured
just
servitude?
raised that way. It wasn't like they were forced into doing
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah,
just,
he's saying
it
it's
is the
more
way
like
it
a
is.
military
So
than
she's
a...
trying to
Is
justify
that content
it.
with what they were doing?
Right. He's giving a definition of what indentured servitude is. I like the saying that you just said, Morgan, of it is what it is. This is what it is. This is the way it is. So is he putting an elitist spin on this?
Probably.
Kind of, yeah.
How?
Well, not, well, because he's
We
he's
can't
saying
tell because we
above,
haven't
he's
read the
above
other
them, but he wasn't raised for like that they were.
Okay, and we can say, you know, his elitist point of view, you could say, is that you entered into this agreement. Voluntarily. You entered into this agreement.
It wasn't voluntary.
It wasn't forced on you.
voluntary or forced, though, right? It was just there.
Led by spontaneous desire of bettering their conditions.
It was not.
They wanted to be better.
And he said it was not that though.
Indentured, okay, do not pop the gum on my little tape. Are you freaking kidding me? Unbelievable. Right, okay, so wait. Indentured laborers are not voluntary immigrants in the ordinary sense, led by spontaneous desire of bettering their conditions. They are not slaves seized by violence, bought over the fetters, and working under the lash. They have been raised, not without effort, like recruits for the military service. So yeah, bread. Is that bread or breed?
That's breed.
Is it like read and read though?
I don't know.
The most about
Bread
this.
is B-R-E-D.
Is it just D?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
A-D is like
B-R-E-A-D. Yeah, it's like the actual like loaf of bread.
So they're like a purebred dog.
I'm
with a
okay with that.
specific purpose.
Okay, so I want you in your brain right here to ask this question. And write it at the top. This is what I'm going to ask you to write. How would an immigrant, slave, or indentured servant define how would they define indentured labor? And the reason why you're asking that is because this is an elitist view. Look, they're bred for this. This is exactly why they're brought onto this earth, is to fill this role for the need of labor. Would an immigrant, a slave, or an indentured servant see it the same way?
No.
We don't know. And that's why if you call for that additional document right there, you're able to explain, hey, look, if I had the way that an immigrant or a slave would define indentured labor, I'd be able to see if this was their only opportunity for work. I'd be able to see if the conditions were as harsh as they were. I'd be able to see their opportunity for a better future. Where we don't have that. So that could be, I said ask, and that could be an add doc.
Is it okay if we put that on our chart?
Absolutely. Go ahead. All right, let's go on to Doc 2. I don't know why it gets blue like that. It's an editorial in the Natal Mercury in Ontonga Day, South Africa, on the visit of Sir George Grey, British colonial government.
Ready action. Can I get Andrew's second son for early dismissal, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Same amount.
All right, check it out.
Wait, for your Andrew.
What is this not? Okay, whoever's snapping their gum
It's
or
just
whatever it
pen.
is, stop doing it. Okay, what is this document not? My question is this Sir George Grey's opinion?
It's the British colonial government.
No. Right. So here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to do like this. No. Stay with me. This is document 2. What is the subject? And I'm going to put subject first.
What's the T?
Just relax. What's the subject?
The necessity of indentured servitude. like,
The agreement between the town council and foreign labor.
Alright, so the subject is there's a need for labor. There must be a labor shortage, yes? If there's a need for labor, they don't have enough workers, so there's a labor shortage. The occasion is the visit of government leader. They're writing this document because of the visit of Sir George Grey and the government leader. Oh my gosh. You know, I love that I hit record and that I can be distracted that many times. Alright. The audience are literate masses. And with that, you know, literate masses that read this paper, I'm going to put money holders. Money holders. Or stakeholders. The occasion is, hey, look, we're going out looking for labor because we want to make you more money and profit. Money holder. Literate masses and money holders. Okay, the purpose is to persuade to get more labor. And my speaker, and I know I did this backwards. My speaker they're sugar plantation owners. Hi. Tell me.
and or what? Steve?
Stakeholders. And or stakeholders. Hi. How are you? Yeah?
I've come to use your microwave because I'm hungry.
No problem. Walk right in front of
And
that
mine-
camera. That's
I know better.
Why are you taking?
I told him that you did.
so that I don't have to do this 3 more times with my other glasses, and I can just do this.
Did you get
How do you
Debbie's
spell
message?
stakeholder?
I
S-T-E.
put steak as in steak.
S-T-E-A.
S-T-A-K-E.
S-T-A-K.
E is at the end.
I don't know what a
Yeah.
steak is. Oh, like that kind of hole. Oh, see, I'm thinking like breadwinner, I'm thinking stakeholder, you never know.
Okay, stakeholder.
Don't walk the goats up.
Don't
Oh,
walk in the
she's doing
camera.
it anyway. She wants to be in here.
You can edit it out. It's not the big
And there he goes another
It
one.
was
Right in
just-
front of the camera. Say hi.
They have editing software. Okay, you can relax.
That's the thing from yesterday.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sugar.
Hey, I want you to write. What? Whatever, CJ. Please go ahead. Totally intended for Gray's attention. Intended for Gray's attention.
So it was the sugar plantation owners, when this guy came, they decided to give him, to write this so that he could see what they wanted.
Right, he's, you know, showing, it's an editorial, it's been run in the newspaper,
Yummy, yummy, yumma!
At least once.
You're gonna have a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, one more
Sugar, by the way.
But yes, Morgan, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, I would group this into a cause group. Into, sorry, into cause, and then need for labor.
Would the top one be a consequence? Yeah.
It would be a feature of, like this is the definition of or feature of, because we're gonna have other features.
So that wouldn't be a category.
Well, it's the question's asking you for features of. guys just got really silly when I turned on the videotape. It's amazing. Like, why do you need to say the word boobs on tape?
You didn't say boobs.
He said boobsicle.
I said boobsicle. You're thinking boobsicle.
Your ears are about as useful as a poopy flavored lollipop.
It all started with Morgan.
These are my chest, not my
You're gonna get to watch this new guy.
And what did you say? What did you say, Nicole?
Tongue shot.
Oh, hey! Are you kidding me?
The video can't hear us.
Hello, camera.
What? Really?
That cheese is good for you.
Wait, what?
Except it's high cholesterol. I'm serious.
Talking about the nutritional value of
Alright, can we stop? Oh my god, can we stop?
It doesn't ever stop.
It's gotta stop now. Stop licking your pants. God, Evan, shut me up.
Have you lost control or did you never actually have it? That is the real
I
question.
never had it.
Morgan.
Danielle.
Say hi, Drucker.
Danielle's like, ooh, I'm healthy.
You are all assuming. You know what you're going to assume. You know what I'm not gonna assume.
You make it out.
Just got them all over the place.
Wait.
Really? You're gonna show this to another class?
Yeah.
Jake, what do you mean you're gay?
I didn't say
Put the oversized order for
Wait, who's gay?
Jake.
Jake.
Jake's gay?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
I'm eating green beans.
Devin, the game.
Oh,
the video too.
See you,
Can we
Jay.
stop now?
It has to be done, Drucker.
I'm done.
Can we go on to the next one? Stop clicking your pens. Don't make any more noise. Listen.
is that my highlighter?
Different, Devin.
Mario, put your bag on the ground.
My highlighter.
Alright, can I talk? Evan. Evan. What is this document asking you to look at?
Where all the slaves are going. Where indentured people are
How
going.
they got there, where they came from.
Hey, stop! Are you kidding me?
Where they started, where they're going.
Okay, where they started and where they're going. Shut up. Okay, I'm not gonna say it again. Stop talking.
Alright, we got another teacher laughing at us.
Hey, Drucker. Drucker, that was awesome.
Okay, can we please talk about document 3? Alright, you know what? Turn off the camera. And
No, let's go.
Yeah, come on.
You got this, you.
Alright,
You got this, Miss. You got this.
Okay.
If you're not making do this,
We're
guys.
good. Document 3, focus.
document 3, focus. Ready? Alright, my question to you is why would I circle that?
Because
Because they're right, they didn't go anywhere.
Britain.
Western Europe, that's where they were peaking. They didn't go anywhere.
Yes,
They stayed right where they
we're
are.
Britain.
They're special.
Britain's in there.
It's Colombia.
They're the crackers that didn't go anywhere.
No one is.
Wasn't the point, didn't the front say taken from Western Europe?
Coming from.
Am I wrong?
Evan,
Nobody was going there either.
nobody's coming from here or going to
Because
there.
they're the ones who want labor.
They're little
Right,
crackers.
but where do they want the labor?
In the
Territory.
Okay,
Haiti.
In their territory.
okay,
Wait,
easy.
Mr. Suga, on the front it said, recruit labor from Western Europe for North America.
That's all BS.
In the history.
Okay, in the historical document part that you're saying?
Yeah, the historical.
Okay, right. It says in the 17th and 18th centuries, so we're talking 1600 indentured servitude came from here to North America. What is this map forcing you to look at?
The islands that were their labor.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay, it is. It's this Cuba, Trinidad, Suriname, Guanas, right here. And it's forcing you.
You mean Guyana?
Devin,
Yeah, it is
stop.
Guyana.
Oh, there you go.
I'm very conscious of it.
I'm not. Of what? Devin, what are you doing?
It's forcing you to look at this area, and it's forcing you to ignore other parts. I want you to notice and mark right here, there's no citation.
There's also no key.
No key.
Yeah, that
It's
bothered
really
me.
not
There's
that
no
hard to
key. I kept
understand
looking.
without a key. I was like, what?
If there's no citation, no key, what are you going to do?
Ignore.
Question the, what's it called?
Validity.
Point
Question
of
validity.
Challenge the validity,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Good
what
word, Anthony.
Yeah, you're going to challenge that in the whole process of analyzing this document. When you put it into a category, into a grouping, because you can't just ignore it, it's definitely a document that can be grouped several different ways. But when you do that, you have to question its validity. You challenge that by saying, hey, look, we don't know who produced this. We don't know why they left out all of this other information. We don't know why they're focusing our attention here. And so we don't know why it's written. And it's, challenge its validity. Ask the question when you do this document on what can you assume?
You should never assume.
Okay, I agree with that, Morgan. But with this document, you can assume something that when you look right here and you go, document maker wants us to focus here.
Yeah, why? Why?
Well,
That's where a lot of them are going.
that's where the majority of them are going. Look, from India all the way into these little islands, from Malaysia all the way into these little islands.
So all the plantations are on little islands,
Well, there's
Right.
definitely a need for labor there.
like the Philippines. I thought they were in like
Miss
the
Metsuga,
Philippines.
how are they through? The Panama Canal wasn't around yet.
And why is it smaller
They
in the
jumped
circle,
over
but it's so
Panama.
wide on the outside? If they die in the ocean, I don't get it.
Well, it's showing. Well, yeah, there would be an attrition rate there.
Wait, what do you
I mean,
say
they
that?
would die in the ocean. So here's what I want you to write for this. This map shows movement.
That's a very bad job, but
Which would be a feature of indentured servitude, is that people are moving.
So this would be a cause or?
Well,
Consequence, probably.
feature of indentured servitude, here's a feature that people have to move to find work. So in order to find work, they have to move. Yes, that would be a cause for indentured servitude. It can also be viewed as a consequence of indentured servitude. That look, people have to move to find work.
That's
And-
nasty.
So as long as you have the right reason for what you put.
For grouping, absolutely. And you can explain it several different ways. I want you to say something about the POV or a frame of reference that our author, and I probably have already said this, but I want to write it down anyways. Author wants me to focus on Caribbean. Why? Sugar plantations.
Okay, is it just me or does that look like Wayne?
And we can also say that the author's forcing us to ignore other places, other movements of people.
Is
forcing or suggesting?
Forcing or suggesting. I mean,
They sort of
it's
are
definitely
forcing
forcing us to. Look at it.
because they cut.
I mean, they're cutting everything off.
It's
So
like, I
it's
think you
force.
see the other places too, like, for when they went to
Essay that you use all these documents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You like that they give us these 10 documents and they say,
There's
okay,
10 of
group them, point of view them, analyze them, you know. It's part of my.
They just want you to know where they ended up, not where they're coming from.
Well, it was where they were ended up. That's what that document's looking at. All right, let's take a look at document number 4.
Where they were coming from too, though.
It did show that, but like its main purpose of that was to show where they were going.
And it showed the loss.
Yeah, there was some too. To start out big.
Hey, look, doc 4, and I don't have any idea why that's
That color.
color. Because it will change when I start writing. What was the key on this doc? What's the key thing to question for its source?
Who's David?
It's adapted. It's adapted. It does not even matter who David Northrup is. The big key here is that it's adapted. So, when you group this, you're going to question, what did he leave out? What did he leave out? Someone shortened. You're going to write someone shortened this graph.
This group's much smarter than last year.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Someone shorten this graph. This alters
Thank you.
the POV, and it speaks to the validity of the dot. My question to you is, could this statistic right here be the numerical statistic for the picture we just saw?
Yup.
And it can be. So we're going to write down here link to possible numerical of Doc 3. I'm going to group this into feature, and it's that movement feature, right? Sorry.
What does that mean by group? What's grouping?
We have to group, you have to use all the documents and group them in order to argue the question. Here's the question right here. So we've already gone through that part, but we have to use these documents to answer this question. They've already told us that we have features and causes of
If it causes consequences.
All right, so what this says is, again, that numerical representation of where they've originated and where they have gone to. This is one of my favorite docs right here. Let's stay with me here. Why?
Yes, because
Why is it your favorite dog? Not why should
That clarification needs to be made.
Sorry, miss.
All right, my first question to you is, what is this?
A house.
Okay,
People, what?
There's a house that looks like that on 7 O'Clock. It's really weird.
That's mine.
it's sturdy, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
You can't tell.
it is.
Actually, we would never actually know.
Yeah, how do you know?
Okay, it's
I bet
not
it's an earthquake.
lean-to.
I bet it's an
Please
earthquake.
stop talking so I can talk.
Oh.
This is not a shack, okay? This is a very sturdy looking building. And I'm going to show you how you can see that in a minute, okay? Right here, it's a sturdy, and I'm going to call it either a sugar factory or housing force.
Slave quarters.
It's not
They
slaves.
wouldn't get that big of a beard.
Indentured
That's
servitude.
too nice for a slave.
Sorry.
Okay, my next question is,
Hey, they get paid a shilling.
Well, it's good that they know.
If they're a man,
They're
Hey.
number 16.
they're all wearing what?
White.
White.
Nope, not that
Oh,
guy.
they're racist.
Not the guy on the right.
I'm white.
Okay,
Congratulations.
I'm wearing white.
I wrote that the white equals clean, that they're very white, very put together, very much, could we say that this was staged?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know that. So when we go to POV here, and we're gonna write the word staged,
Like, to make it
because
better than
behind the camera, we don't know if there are people standing there with guns. We don't know what the conditions, if they just got there, or if they just,
I sat through this lecture last year.
yeah. I know, but can you make more noise with that guy? Just check.
Totally toss it across the camera.
You throw it
Hey,
at the
just
camera.
check.
it looks on
Wait, can I have some
But
food?
in reality, it might be
You're not
horrible.
allowed to have drunken food.
Okay, right.
You don't need any more.
Okay, that's a good point. In reality, it might be horrible that they just got cleaned up on this day, that they just were forced to stand there looking all clean
Happy
and
and
pressed
happy.
in white.
Yeah.
Okay, please stop whistling. Are you freaking kidding me, Evan?
That was not.
That was a
Wasn't
cool
dead.
one.
Good
Play
call.
the
It was
twin
Damon.
kid over there.
Oh yeah, Jake, knock it off.
That's me
What?
whistling.
All
What
right,
did I do? What did I do?
look, our source, please stop. I don't know how many times I've said that now. I'll go back and I'll count them in my little tape.
Oh, that's how you know it's sugar.
Okay. Newly arrived Asian Indian indentured servants were waiting assignments to work on sugar plantation Suriname, West Vienna on 1885. Why would they take this picture?
To document stuff.
Make it look like a happy place.
Make it,
To
yeah.
make it be like,
Okay,
hey, indentured servants,
Advertising.
To encourage more people to come.
Yeah, therefore
Okay.
get money.
Now my question is it
Propaganda.
okay, freaking stop talking and let me answer you, because you're right on.
I'll pop that in.
Would they show the picture to future indentured servants?
Yeah.
Yes.
Possibly. Who would they most likely take this picture, would be able to see this picture?
Public.
British
British
public.
government.
Okay, this is more to justify
They're wrongdoing.
indentured servitude to European elite. Why?
They're not that bad.
Why? To get more money. Hey, look how good, this isn't slavery. Look how good we treat these people. Look how nice they're dressed. Look how sturdy their houses are.
In other words, propaganda.
Because you can send more money to us and we'll get more of them to work and therefore your profit will be higher.
Could we link that one to the first stop?
Absolutely. You can definitely link this to the first one. Now, my next one. So you could say that it's going to the European. I think this one would be more like the recruitment picture. Because what do you see in this guy's hand right here?
Like
Shred mush.
Yes. Look, he's proud.
Is that a woman?
It's every woman.
Okay, this is, no, it's definitely a man, there's no shirt.
No,
There is a shirt. That's a woman. She has breasts.
There's tits there.
That's definitely a woman.
First one, she's wearing a
That is a woman.
A woman would be the field.
Yeah, she would.
That is what?
They did
It is a woman.
I'd be in the
Man.
If you read Doc, hey, read Doc 7. No, read Doc 7. It says a woman.
Yeah, she
There were
has
half
sleeves.
women, there was a little
She
bit
has
of men,
sleeves.
there was a woman.
It's a woman.
That's a
I think it's a woman.
Okay.
She's
Thank you.
She's proud.
Kids.
That's just droll.
What if it hasn't
I'm
decided?
proud to hold his bush
Well,
down.
he's like, what?
Not getting whipped.
not getting whipped.
You see his little whip right here, right? Versus, wait, look,
Oh my God.
versus her big machete. Little bit, big machete. So what don't they have problems with?
Discipline.
They have no problems with discipline. Look, these people want to work. Huh?
Then why does he even have a whip?
You can whip the trigger.
Okay, can you just tell me?
I don't see a
Could it just be a cane?
Sure.
That's what I thought.
It could be, but the way he's holding it.
Because he is white.
He's pointing stuff.
Okay, why?
I don't see a whip in his hand.
It's a
Okay,
stick.
it's a little stick.
Thin stick that you go.
A switch. How about a switch? More of a switch than a whip.
Why in switch?
Where has money?
Absolutely.
He's an entrepreneur who's.
How likely is this picture staged?
Very likely.
Right, because would this guy actually be in a 4-piece or 3-piece suit out in the fields? In the Bahamas? In the field?
You don't think a rich guy, in the 1920s, people dressed like that all the time. Not working, just walking around.
Get told this next year. Get told.
Yeah, I got it.
John knows what she's talking about.
Assuming this guy got
In
destroyed.
that time period, that was common dress for the white was less formal, but it was common dress for the outside.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm serious. It was common. It was It actually was, guys. The thing is though is that he's wearing white, which is an outdoor.
Okay. Are you hearing that? Because that's a big deal.
My great grandfather wore a suit to the firefighter place every day.
Yeah, it's for that time period. It actually was common. The reason that he's in the suit, I mean, it goes back to show that that picture was taken in 1920, where everything was very prim and proper. And you would be out in the field, especially if you're not doing work, which obviously is he working?
Yes.
No, the other person's doing the work. That's why